This group, I'll tell you what. Welcome back into Delmarva Sports Insider. Guys, because of the weather and the lack of games and one innings and all that kind of stuff, some season awards, we could do that, right?
Yeah, we'll start with the awards in the first state selected by the Delaware Baseball Coaches Association. The first team was highlighted by just 2 lone Henlopen Conference players, both from Sussex Tech. Matt Warrington was named to the first team as a pitcher, as well as being named the State Player of the Year. And his catcher, sophomore Jason Shockley, named to the first team as well. The Ravens, they were the 8th seed in the Delaware postseason tournament. On the second team, Dover's Dom Velasquez was chosen as a pitcher, while fellow Senators Michael Carrington and Nathan Turner made the team at first base and outfield, respectively. For Dover, we saw how their season kind of unraveled. They lost to Cape Henlopen. And the Vikings, they were represented by shortstop Luke Johnson on the second team. Receiving honorable mention were Brock Hilligoss and Mason Morris from Milford, Ethan Watkinson from Sussex Central, Braden Graham and Bobby Locklear from Sussex Tech, Gabe Martin from Lake Forest, Chris Friend from Caesar Rodney, Dalton Purdue from Laurel, and last but not least, Andrew Carney. That's a lot, from Dover.
All right, let's bring it to the Bayside. I got a little shorter list for you. Bayside South also gave out some awards. Mardella Senior Dylan Smith taking home your Player of the Year honor. Smith primarily played first base, finished with a .548 batting average, 4 home runs, 39 RBIs. Also went 2-0 on the mound. However, your Pitcher of the Year is Decatur senior Hayden Snellsire. Snellsire went 3-1 for the Seahawks with a 0.51 ERA, 67 strikeouts in just 44 innings. Not bad for that guy. Mardella skipper Keith Owens named your Manager of the Year after leading the Warriors to the Bayside South title. Snow Hill tied for tops with Mardella with 3 first-team selections, while 3A state champion James M. Bennett placed a total of 5 players on the first and second teams. And we're sending it back to the wall where Drew is standing by with a few more awards for Bayside lacrosse.
Thanks, Trey. You guys mentioned spring season's kind of come and gone, but the awards certainly coming home, and some accolades including 2 girls selected as co-Bayside South Players of the Year. Parkside junior midfielder Leah Vilov is one of the Players of the Year for a 2nd year in a row. The future Salisbury University Seagull finished the year with 56 goals and 23 assists. Joining Vilov was another midfielder, Sarah Engel from Berlin. Engel, who helped Decatur clinch the 3A East Regional Championship, finished the season with 52 goals and 19 assists. Joining Vilov and Engel on the first team were Ellie Dutton, Alyssa Romano, Kennedy Duke, Logan Townsend, and Izzy Christic from Decatur, Miranda Mears, Kelly Brock, Grace Hensley and Ava Walter from Parkside, Bryn Nestor, Juliana Sterling, Emma Johnson from Bennett, and rounding out at Cambridge South Dorchester, Bailey Tracy and Morgan Tracy. For the second team and honorable mentions, just head over to 47 ABC's sports page where you can find all the spring season awards. And on to the boys' side, your South Offensive Player of the Year is Bennett senior Luke Nestor. The 3rd time Luke's won Offensive Player of the Year. The future Salisbury Lac Star anchored a Bennett offense averaging over 12 goals per game. And Parkside's Stevie Mancha racked up over 100 ground balls and helped Parkside to its first regional title in 9 years. He's named co-Defensive Player of the Year along with Stephen Decatur's Johnston. Overall, Bennett led the first team selections with 5, while the rival Parkside finished with 4 first-team nods. Now, if you're ready to catch some action on the ice, pretty cool story coming out here in Harrington, Delaware. The Delaware Thunder were introduced on Wednesday. The Thunder, a new professional hockey team playing in the Federal Hockey League. That man, Charles Penz Sr. Mr. Penz is a part of an investment group, Delaware Pro Hockey LLC, and will assume the role of president and general manager of the team. The team's going to play its home games at the Delaware State Fairgrounds at the Center Ice Arena beginning October 2019. The organization says they're committed to bringing hard-hitting, fast-paced hockey to the people of the Delmarva region. Guys, we got another team to add to the list. What you think?
Yeah, so a minor league hockey team on the Delmarva Peninsula. Yeah. I mean, not something that I expected to hear in my lifetime, but here we are. What do we think?
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, Ryan, a couple of years ago, we'd heard some grumblings that the Civic Center might be interested in getting a hockey team. And of course, they have a big capacity and a big arena to hold that in. But the Delaware State Fair folks stepped up to the plate. The Delaware State Fair, I might add, we will be at.
Yes, we will.
In less than a month.
Pretty soon.
Of course. So maybe we'll see. Yeah. So maybe we'll see some players from the team there.
Yeah.
It'll be an interesting thing to add to the hockey scene. Usually we just see Kent Island, Queen Anne's, and Easton. That's really all the hockey taste that we get throughout the winter season. So to now have kind of a semi-pro hockey team in the Federation Hockey League with all these teams from around the area, it'll be interesting to see.
You're a true hockey guy, man. How you feeling about it, man?
You know, it'll be interesting to see some hockey
not
played.
quite New York,
Yeah,
right?
it's not
It's
New
not-
York. It's not upstate
yeah,
New York
so
hockey up near Canada.
whatever.
But you got to love the game. It'll be definitely
We'll make
interesting
it
to see.
Yeah, well, we'll see if, Flyers are big, Capitals are big, so maybe some of that
You know,
carries over.
if
and,
they win, like the
catches on a little
Shorebirds,
bit.
might catch on.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I was going to say, it's just a matter of wins and losses and whether or not you want to watch some hockey.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. All right, when we return, we are following a case out of Worcester County. Linda Brown back in court, plus tragedy struck in Virginia Beach today. 12 dead, another, including the shooter. Many injured. We have the coverage of America's latest mass shooting.
Hi, I'm Leah Vilov. I play Parkside Girls Lacrosse, and you're watching Delmarva Sports Insider.